Welcome to this video about getting started with Flubaroo. So your students took your quiz and now you're ready to grade the form or grade that quiz automatically, and you want to use Flubaroo. So let's check this out. So I'm back at my form and I'm seeing the questions and responses tab at the top of it. And I'm in editing the form, and that's where I can see this. So if I click on responses, I see there are 3 responses and with their names. I did some fictional names. You can also see the percentage of who answered what, and with different type of bar graphs and pie charts. So this is pretty interesting information to use to see how well your students are doing on it. But you kind of have to look at it and look at each question individually. What you want to do is automatically grade the quiz. So you're going to go to the spreadsheet where the answers are, and you can see the timestamp of when it was taken by each person, the username that was collected. That was that option I had to collect the BASDschools.org username and the name, and then here are all the responses. Well, I'm going to add Flubaroo to automatically grade. So I'm going to go to the Add-Ons menu in the spreadsheet. That's where Flubaroo works, on the spreadsheet. And click on Add-Ons, and I'm going to click on Get Add-Ons to install Flubaroo. And once you install it once, it should always be there in your add-ons. So I scroll down a little bit and I see this one called Flubaroo. It's pretty big. It's pretty popular as well, and it starts with FLU as in the flu, and it's Flubaroo with an apple there. So I'm going to click on the free button to install it. It's going to present me with what Flubaroo would like to do in order to work, and I've used this before, and I'm going to click on Allow. Then it's going to tell me that it's working, it's installing, and it talks about Flubaroo and tells me what I can do with it. Well, I'm going to click on the Close button and show you how to use that. So I'm going to go back to Add-Ons, Flubaroo, and I'm going to go to the Grade Assignment option. Now, before I actually go into it, I'm going to show you that I answered on here as well. So these are some fake students, but I answered, and I put the name answer key in, so I know that these are all the correct answers. So you want to do that before you go on and add the Flubaroo or go to Flubaroo the first time, so that you can select which answers are all the correct ones, so you can grade it based on that. So I'm going to click on Add-Ons, Flubaroo, Grade Assignment. So here I am in grading step 1. What I need to do is select the grading option for each of the questions. So the username, first name, and last name simply identifies the student. I'm not going to grade those items. But when I get down to the questions, I see that I can skip grading on a question. So say it's a free answer and I want to be able to go in and check it manually to give them a grade. I would skip grading there. If I choose normal grade, it's going to look against the answer key and see if it's the same answer. I can choose different point values. So I'm going to assign each of these 5 points. Okay, and the grade by hand is new, and we'll talk about that a little bit in the advanced Flubaroo video. So I'm going to click on Continue. And then it says, please select which submission should be used as the answer key. So it actually selected that one, but it may not have any selected, and you need to click on the radio button in order to select the one that has all the correct answers. I'm going to click on Continue. And it's grading the assignment. Now, it's actually creating another sheet in my spreadsheet. It told me that it did that, and it told me what it did. So it gives me a summary. The last row shows the percent of students who got each question correct, and with the overall low scoring questions highlighted in orange. So I could see which questions gave problems to students. So it gave me the stats of my questions. It highlighted students that got a lower grade, and it flagged this question. Even I have a small sample here, so it's only two responses, but this one is where we had some problems. So it's saying that 100% of the students got this one right, and this one is only 50%. I also have options here to show the number of times that this was taken by the student, as well as if the grade was emailed, and we'll cover that in the next video. If I simply wanted to automatically grade, this is where I could stop, and I could just share these grades with students by emailing them. I can still look on the Student Submissions tab for the raw data, and then go to the New Grades tab to look at the stats. So that's how we get started with Flubaroo. Watch the next video on how to email submissions and allow students to take a quiz multiple times. Thanks.